Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your old captain coming to you live from Crooked Creek with this week's Crooked Creek Hymn of the Week. We've been in the study of Genesis for some time in our Sunday school literature, and recently Jacob has swindled, if you will, a birthright and a blessing from his older brother Esau. Well, he's encouraged by his mother Rebekah to flee from Esau because he's threatened to kill him. And in the meantime, his father, Isaac, encourages him while he's away to find a wife. And so they send him to Laban, who is Rebekah's brother and also Jacob's uncle. And she says, just go to my brother for a few days till Esau settles down, then you can come back. And his dad says, basically, by the way, while you're there, find you a wife among the daughters of Laban, somebody from our own blood. And so a few days, she said, just go for a few days. Well, as it turns out, a few days became 20 years. And not only did Jacob find one wife, he found four. Now, folks, I don't know a whole lot about some things, but I believe that if one vitamin is enough, two is not necessarily better. Three and four certainly not necessarily better. I think God's plan, I know God's plan is for one man and one woman for life. But if you can only imagine a man with four wives under the same rooftop, that would be a problem. Well, on the way to this scenario, Jacob lays down and he has a dream, and he sees angels on a ladder or on a staircase, ascending and descending from heaven. And in Genesis 28, verse 13, during the course of that dream, he sees God at the top of the ladder, and God tells him in Genesis 28:13, he says, I am the Lord God of Abraham your father and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your descendants. Also your descendants shall be as the dust of the earth. You shall spread abroad to the west, to the east, to the north, and to the south. And in you and all your seed all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Behold, I am with you, and I will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have spoken to you. Now, Jacob had never really had a close encounter with God, as far as I know. In fact, I would paraphrase this to say this might have been a close encounter of the first kind. The first time Jacob had encountered God, because later he said, God is here, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't even know it. And so, but look at the promises that God makes Jacob. There's five, basically. He promises him that the land will be yours, that he'll have many descendants. In your descendants, all the earth will be blessed, and that is through the lineage of their lineage, and eventually leading to the Messiah, Jesus Christ. 4, I will be with you and keep you wherever you go. And 5, I will bring you back into this land. Now, those promises may be familiar, because he promised some of those same things, if not all of those same things, to Isaac, his father, and to Abraham, Isaac's father. Was it something that they earned, that God gave them those blessings? Was it something they deserved? Absolutely not. One of the current terms that we hear a lot in the media is dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional family. If anyone had a dysfunctional family, it was Jacob and Esau, because they came from a line of deceivers. Rebekah was a deceiver. Her brother Laban was a deceiver. He was the master deceiver. And Jacob, of course, is known for being a deceiver, a puller of the heel, just a deceptive sort. But in the midst of that, God told them that they would be blessed. It makes you wonder, you think, well, they didn't deserve to be blessed. What in the world's going on there? Did you deserve God's blessing? Do I deserve God's blessing? Folks, I was reminded just yesterday at my granddaughter's wedding, at Macy's wedding, when Chad, our son, was a child, or a young boy, he would say, "Dad, that don't matter." And I would say, "Chad, everything matters. Everybody that you meet matters. Every word that you say matters. Every action that you take matters. Because basically what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow." And blessings, I mean, I don't deserve blessings any more than Jacob did, but I have been blessed beyond measure. We're reminded about that again just yesterday, about all the friends and former students and people that I love dearly crossed paths again, and it was just a special time. But there's a lot of reasons, I guess, that God gives us blessings, but one of them, I believe, is to be a blessing to someone else. I had a dear friend that I won't mention, but I can remember for more than 20 years when this man would pray, he always, underline always, would insert into his prayer, "Lord, help me, put someone in my path today that I can be a blessing to, someone that I can encourage, someone that I can edify." And I wonder how often do I pray that? How often do I pursue that? Not near enough. And sometimes you think, well, I haven't been blessed. You know, I'm a loser. You know, God's not done anything for me. But sometimes if you look and see what God has done for you, it'll give you a whole different outlook on life. Back in the mid to late 1800s, a fellow named Johnson Oatman Jr. wrote a hymn entitled "Count Your Blessings." And the first verse says, "When upon life's billows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done." Folks, we've been blessed more than we can ever imagine or more than we can ever deserve. So our hymn of the week is going to be "Count Your Blessings." There's 4 verses, and there's a credit here for Psalm 107, verse 31 says, "Let them give thanks to the Lord for his unfailing love." We need to count our blessings every day. Once we have counted them and established that we have been blessed, we are in turn to be a blessing to someone else. All right, count your blessings. 4 verses. When upon life's billows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God hath done. Are you ever burdened with a load of care? Does the cross seem heavy you are called to bear? Count your many blessings, every doubt will fly, and you will be singing as the days go by. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. When you look at others with their lands and gold, think that Christ has promised you his wealth untold. Count your many blessings, money cannot buy your reward in heaven nor your home on high. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Last verse. So amid the conflict, whether great or small, do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, angels will attend. Help and comfort give you to your journey's end. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Folks, it's just amazing how God has blessed us. And I hope in some small way our hymn of the week is a blessing to you. And if it is, I'd like for you to share it with someone else. And thank you for taking the time to join us each Monday. I thoroughly enjoy doing this and hope that it edifies, it builds you up, encourages you a little bit. We've all been blessed beyond measure, whether we admit it or not. And when we do realize it, let me remind you and remind myself that we are in turn to be a blessing to people that we come into contact with. So I hope you'll consider that this week. Hope you have a great week. The weather's looking good here on Crooked Creek, and I look forward to seeing you next time for our Crooked Creek Hymn of the Week. You take care, God bless, and come see us.